A UX audit for Grind Coffee. Grind Coffee make fantastic coffee, and we're focused particularly on one of their key products, which is a tin of compostable coffee pods. So our UX evaluations discover opportunities, improvements, and also reveal insights that help enhance user experience. They're based on 3 usability principles, and that's how we score any given site. The 3 principles of value, friction, and distraction. So with value, are we communicating value to the user? With friction, is there anything that's causing doubts and distraction? Is there anything needlessly grabbing attention that we might need to get rid of? If it's distraction, then it's not motivating people, it's just getting in the way. So I'm going to go through a few highlights. If you want to see the full audit with every point in there, going through each section of value, friction, and distraction, there's a link in the description of the video, and you can download the PDF and see that. So I'm going to take a look at value first. So I think in terms of the design, it's really simple, it's really sophisticated, and it's a really high quality product image, which is great. And I can also see some product images further down the page in the site, and they help you to really understand that product. However, I'd argue that not a lot of people will get down to this area. Most people tend to stay around kind of 2 scrolls. So this area here, and if I scroll once more, this area here. And so the second image you get is actually for another product. So if we just go back to this image here, you only get one product image. You can't click it to enlarge it. So I can't get an impression of the kind of detail in there. And I've got one of these tins and I've got some of these pods, and the detail of the product's really, really good. However, if there's no image gallery, if there's no videos, then users might miss this and not really understand the value of the product. So having all of that media within the image gallery, so if there's an image gallery here, it really helps people to feel like they're touching and feeling the product, and basically see all of this stuff down here, which gives you scale, it gives you lifestyle imagery, like where it looks good, how people want their kind of, where they expect their coffee to be, or what they think it might look like in their space, and what the coffee might look like. Just gives you all those details so you can actually imagine this product in your home. And also the important one on this is you can actually see the coffee pods, whereas up here I can see 2 boxes there. Don't really know how many coffee pods are in there until I get to this section down here, which starts to kind of tell me. So yeah, a bit more work on that sort of image gallery will really, really help to push that value. So if I asked how many pods do I get and just stayed in this area, I'd have to get down to the product description to understand there's 20 grind Nespresso pods. Now, if we take another look at an example from Amazon and take a look at the Nespresso pods on there, yes, these are Starbucks, but if I look in their image gallery, you can see straight away within there it says times 10, and then I start to get an idea of what they look like, kind of almost like a life-size image. It tells me how many kind of coffees I can get from it, tells me the scale and much more. So without reading that product description, I can just go through the product gallery and understand the value from that product. So next I'm going to go down to friction. So I think a good thing about these product pages is that they've got variation swatches. So variation swatches are these. It basically tells you the variations or the product options within a swatch as opposed to a drop down. Now the beauty of that is that the options aren't buried in a drop down. If this is a drop down menu, I just see tin and I've got to click it to find out what's available. This immediately tells you what's available, which is great. And it helps users to quickly see product options and makes it easy to choose them. And then sometimes product variations or product variation swatches, you'll stay on the page that it's for, or other times you'll go to different product pages. In this case, it just goes to different product pages, which is absolutely fine. And so I hit refill, and then I get this product page, again, missing that image gallery, which is really vital. So I'm just going to head back to the product page. So product swatches are great. And then we also get the blend as well. So house, light, dark, long. Quite a lot of options to choose from there, which could arguably be quite distracting. I'm not really sure what blend to go for, but they do have this little helpful link here, which is kind of a bit hidden, but you don't want to distract people too much, and it is helpful to have that there. And this tells you more about each blend and what they taste like. So that's super helpful. And then the final thing, so like I said, more detail is in the actual UX Audit PDF, which you can download. The link's in the description of this video. But what I've noticed is there's no delivery information. This is a huge issue. So when a user comes to a product page, they look at the product, they understand it maybe from the product description, although that could be a bit more scannable. They get down to the price, it's £9.95. But what they want to do at this stage is actually calculate the total order cost. So £9.95 is fine, but how much is delivery going to be? I don't want to wait until I get to the basket or the checkout until I find out what that delivery cost is going to be. Secondly, I also want to know when I can expect it. So do you offer next day delivery? Is it 2 to 3 day delivery? Is 2 to 3 day delivery free? Is next day delivery an extra cost? If I don't know that, then I'm less likely to hit that add to cart button. I don't want to go and dig around and find where that delivery information is. Sometimes it could be down here, so a user might scroll, go down to the details, and then there's some information buried in these accordion menus, but then there's nothing really else about delivery unless I've missed it completely. There's some reviews down here, which is great, and that's it. So I think there's some really good points in here, or there's some good value in here, and I really like the design, but I feel that missing that delivery is a big issue and will add a lot of friction to people buying. So take a look at the download. There's a few pointers obviously in this video, but I think really nice job just adding some more vital information, which is really going to help Grind to sell more products.